Hello and welcome to Mullen's Benefits Companion, a podcast that helps employers navigate the complex legal challenges of managing their employee benefit plans. I'm your host, Brydon DeWitt, and today I'll be discussing new Department of Labor regulations regarding the electronic disclosure of plan information. It's been a long time since we've had any guidance from the Department of Labor regarding electronic disclosures. The last regulations that we have from the Department of Labor were issued in 2002. And if you think of all of the changes in technology since 2002, over the last 18 years, employees now have smartphones, everyone has email, most people communicate by text message. But over that time, the Department of Labor rules didn't change. So as of May 27th, we will have new regulations issued in the Federal Register that update the Department of Labor's electronic disclosure rules. Under these rules, covered individuals can receive a notice either by text or email that ERISA disclosures are available on a website. And so let me walk through these requirements. These requirements apply to covered individuals and to covered documents. So a covered individual is an employee who receives an employer-provided electronic address as a part of their job. And so that can be an email address or a cell phone number where text messages can be received. And that electronic address cannot be solely for purposes of ERISA disclosures. So if you have an email address through your work, or the employee has a cell phone required by the job, and that electronic address is needed for general employment purposes, in addition to receiving ERISA disclosures, then the employee is a covered individual who can receive the information electronically. Or the employee, when the employee first becomes enrolled in the plan, is asked to provide an electronic address. And so in the second category of employees, an employer would want to have employees provide an email address or a text number as a part of open enrollment in their benefit plan. So with respect to these covered individuals, these individuals can receive electronic disclosure of covered documents. And so these are any ERISA disclosures or notices required under Title I of ERISA. And so examples of these covered documents are summary plan descriptions, summaries of material modifications, participant level fee disclosures, QDIA notices, automatic contribution arrangement notices, blackout period notices. Pretty much all of the notices that HR professionals are familiar with and have to get out to employees can be provided under this guidance. And so what exactly does the guidance change? Under these new regulations, these Title I documents can be provided by posting them on a website and then providing the covered individuals a notice at their electronic address. So through their registered email address, their registered text number, or the email address or text number provided in the course of their employment. A notice that says these documents are available on our website. And so this notice can be specific to each document. And so you have to issue the notice when the document is due to be provided to employees under the general rules of ERISA. Or you can provide an annual notice, as long as the annual notice is provided at least 14 months apart, that says all of these documents are available on the website. Now, there is content requirements in the regulations for this notice. It's called the Notice of Internet Availability. And so those rules have to be followed. The content includes the right of an employee to opt out of electronic disclosure and their right to receive paper copies. The way that the notice is provided must go directly to the registered email address or text message address, and has to be just like the regular ERISA notices, provided in a manner that can be reasonably received and read by the employee. With respect to the website where these documents are posted, there are several requirements in the regulations for the website. Among those requirements is that the documents must remain available on the website for at least 1 year. The website must have a widely available format or formats that are suitable to be both read online and printed on paper. And the website must have measures to protect the confidentiality of personal information that may be provided on the documents that are posted to the website. It's important to note that these new regulations do not apply to welfare benefit plans. The regulations are limited to retirement plans, to 401k plans, to defined benefit pension plans, to cash balance plans. The rules do not apply to welfare benefit plans such as group health, vision, dental, life, disability plans. Those plans are still subject to the 2002 regulations. These new regulations also, even with respect to retirement plans, are in addition to the 2002 rules. So you can still follow the 2002 rules and or you can follow the new Notice of Internet Availability regulations. And I should also note that these regulations go into effect 60 days after the date the regulations are published in the Federal Register, which is, again, May 27th. That will wrap up our discussion. If you have any questions or suggestions for future episodes, please contact me. You can also visit our employee benefits page at williamsmullen.com/employee benefits. There you can find out more about our team as well as past episodes of this podcast and legal alerts. Be sure to subscribe to this podcast to be notified when our next episode posts. Thanks for listening.